Okay, so for this next one, you're going to want to take him out of the cross ties, or if you have him tied, you want to loosen it or completely untie him. So make sure that you're in a contained, safe space. And you'll want treats in your hands, because we're going to use treats so that we can flex his neck and get him to really work on that flexion. Now, you can do this when you're riding, but the difference of when you're doing it when you're riding and you're using the bridle to flex his neck is that you're flexing his neck. You're telling him to flex instead of him just doing it on his own. So when he does it on his own, he builds more muscle memory, and they're stronger muscles. And so when you're riding and you ask for that flex, he's going to be a lot more able and willing to give it to you. So for this, you just put, he's not always cooperative with this one, so just work with him depending on when you're out here doing this. You're just going to put a treat or two, depending on what kind it is, in your hand, and you're going to tell him, and you're going to walk him back and make him stretch all the way back. Don't let him move anywhere. And then when he's stretched, when he's given you a really long stretch, make him hold it for a second or two, give him the treat, and let him release. Sometimes you'll hear his neck popping. He'll have little pops along here, and that's okay, and that's exactly what you want. So then I'm going to go on the other side, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Good boy. Good boy. Tell him what a good boy he is. Now you want to do 2 to 3 stretches on each side. So I'm not going to demonstrate that here, but I'm going to do one more on this side so that you can see how far he should be able to stretch. Sometimes he might walk away, which is again why you want to be in some sort of contained area or have full control of him. Back up. So now I'm going to ask him, and he's going to try to move because he doesn't always like to stretch. Come on. Hi, Case. He's also not food motivated, so this doesn't always work. Yes, good boy. Good boy. So he should be able to reach to at least the end of his ribs. And the more we do this exercise, the better he'll get at it and the more flexible he'll become. Another exercise that you can do is take the treat, and you want to stretch him all the way down. So what you're going to do is you're going to put it under his little nose, and you're going to bend him down. And when he goes down, put your hand between his front legs. See? And make him stretch that neck. Now that one's a little harder, so if you don't get it the first time, that's fine. If he's stretching to where his nose meets his hooves, that's still a good stretch, and go ahead and give him the treat because that's still good for his neck. So those are his stretches. Again, you want to do 2 to 3 on each side, depending on how cooperative he's being that while you're visiting.